Welcome to this episode of Path to Legend. In version 0.2.1, GGG introduced many new unique items. However, we all know that the useful unique items are too expensive and beyond what I can afford. So, is it possible to build a powerful setup with those cheaper, new, unique items? With this question in mind, I started watching videos and finally found two answers. These answers were shared in videos by two content creators, 屠夫直北 和 XD 周周. The Last Lament Desolate Crossbow allows you to convert every 300 health into not consuming the last bolt, meaning that as long as we regenerate health quickly enough, we can keep attacking continuously. Okay, we have the theory, so how should we implement it? Lich's Ascendancy skill prevents life from changing while we have an energy shield, but the budget for this setup is too high. But that's not an issue. We have other budget-friendly options. The basic principle is simple. A warrior can significantly increase our attack range, life, and life regeneration. By combining this with life leech on kills, we can effectively avoid losing health. The theory is feasible, so let's get started. In terms of skills, we use Explosive Shot, Explosive Grenade, Rapid Shot, Solar Orb. Spirit abilities are Wind Dancer, Cast on Ignite, Blink. Alright, now that we understand the skills, let me explain each one for you. Explosive Shot is our main skill for map clearing, and when paired with the Titan Ascendancy skill Crushing Impacts, it prevents monsters from getting close to us. Explosive Grenade, Explosive Shot, and Solar Orb are all skills used for boss fights, so we should bind them to our secondary weapon. The Rapid Shot skill has a modifier where grenades gain 6% of damage as extra fire damage per heat, and during boss fights, we want to max out this effect to ensure the next 4 explosive grenades benefit from it. For the secondary weapon, we should look for a crossbow that adds 1 additional grenade, has high projectile level, and offers high elemental damage. Next, let's talk about equipment selection. The unique items you can choose from include the Coming Calamity, Warrior Invictus, the Last Lament, the Deepest Tower, Headhunter, and Ascendancy. The key attributes we are looking for are maximum life, resistances, high damage, 50 spirit, attributes, and movement speed. Unique gear is not fixed, and we can't equip Ascendancy, the Coming Calamity, and Warrior Invictus all at once, because we won't have enough mana to use skills. Therefore, we need to make some trade-offs. For example, we could replace Ascendancy with a necklace that provides +3 to projectile level and 50 spirit, which means we would need to find attribute points on other gear. If you want to equip Ascendancy, then you'll need to find 50 mana on your armor. Lastly, for Ascendancy talents, we should choose Mysterious Lineage, Crushing Impacts, and Hulking Form. Crushing Impacts, combined with our Explosive Shot, prevents monsters from getting close to us. Hulking Form is used to increase our health, and finally, Mysterious Lineage enhances our minor talents. For skill allocation, we need to split into 2 setups. The first setup should maximize attack range for map clearing, while the second is focused on boss fights. Let's highlight the key points. First, we need to fully allocate points into the Stars Aligned talent. To fully utilize Stars Aligned, we should pair it with From Nothing that has Unwavering stance. Then, allocate points to all talents that provide area of effect. Finally, we should select Resolute Technique to ensure we can hit enemies in the must-have blood magic for warriors. Next is our evaluation segment, where we use the Titan Ascendancy for scoring. In this episode, we've analyzed Bella, Cyclone, one of the most powerful players with this build. We have counted all the data in PoE2 Ninja, and as of the 14th of July, this player has a total of 10,511 DPS, which accounts for 22.02% of the DPS percentile of all ranked players. And his EHP is as high as 8,266, accounting for 34.37% of the EHP of the ladder list. Although the DPS and EHP aren't remarkable, there's no need to worry, this build can still one-shot bosses. In terms of survivability, as long as there are plenty of monsters, it can regenerate health infinitely. By combining these factors and averaging them, the final strength score is 28 points. Cost. We evaluated the entire gear set of this character and compared it on PoE2 trade. We calculated that the total cost of this player's equipment is approximately 33 divines, placing it at the 97.96 percentile on the rankings, which is considered a high level. The final cost score is 98 points. On Ninja, the usage rate of Titan is 3.1%, making it the 8th most used class. It occupies 87.12% of the rankings. The skill Explosive Shot has a usage rate of 7%, but it ranks at 90.59% on the leaderboard, making it a very unique skill combination. In terms of equipment, it is positioned in the middle, occupying 56.57% of the rankings. Finally, taking into account his gear, Ascendancy, skills, and Uniqueness, his Uniqueness score is 78. Practicality. The final Practicality rating is the only one that is primarily based on subjective judgment. This build performs at a passable level for both map clearing and boss fights. It can one-shot bosses, but lacks sufficient life leech, making it prone to dying easily. There's limited room for continuous improvement, but this also keeps the cost of completing the build low. It's a suitable build for casual play, with no operational difficulty. I would give it a Practicality score of 80. Final score. We add up the ratings for cost, strength, uniqueness, and practicality to calculate the final average score. The overall cost-effectiveness score is 68 points. That's all for this episode of our Legendary Journey series. If you have any builds you'd like to see or any questions, feel free to leave a comment in the comments section. For more build recommendations, please remember to follow and like us. See you in the next episode.